I'm from the baby boomer generation, and like me, my next guest is over 50. He's very fit and he's very healthy, and I would like to welcome today Martin Griffith.
Hello, Karen.
Hi, Martin. I have dragged you here today, kicking and screaming, to speak about some of the wonderful things I know that you are involved with. Example, dancing.
Yes, I've started dancing about 3.5 years ago, intending to do some ballroom dancing at the Hornsby RSL. And I went up there on a Tuesday night, but it was Ciroc. But I thought, well, I'm here now, I'll go in.
Well, I know how to spell Ciroc. It's C-E-R-O-C.
That's right.
And I do know Ciroc. It's a fantastic type of dance. What did you like about Ciroc?
Well, one of the things I liked about it is you didn't have to persuade your partner or your wife to come along. You could just go along to the dance lessons and have a wonderful evening, usually an hour or up to 2 hours there on a Tuesday night. But interestingly, I found that one of the things you needed to do was go more than once a week, because I'd forget the moves from one week to another.
So was it good for the brain training?
I think it was, really. But you meet new people, you have fun, a little bit of body contact is always nice. It is a contact sport, and I'm really glad I got into it.
So when you're going to Ciroc and you don't have a partner, how does that work?
Well, they'll teach you a move and then they rotate the girls either clockwise or anti-clockwise, so you actually get to dance with everybody.
It's actually, I do know Ciroc very well, and I love some of the moves, the dips and all those. It can be very sexy.
Well, the dips are for the more advanced. I found I had a lot of trouble to stitch the moves together. Finding that any less than about 6 or 8 moves, it was hard to do the freestyle, keep freestyle. But
well, I've always thanked the Lord that I am a female, because I don't think I could remember the moves. Have you got 2 left feet?
I have, yes. I think I'm like most people, that they probably think they don't like dancing and that they can't dance. But the thing is, you've got to go where the fear is and just try it out.
When you go to the shops, do you buy 2 left shoes?
No.
I have a story about that one day. So you also do a couple of other styles of dance.
I do. I've been going out to West Ride and doing salsa. And that's been a lot, probably more fun, because I've done it 2 or 3 times a week, and I've been able to stitch together a few moves and meet a new group of people. It's a different dance school. So the salsa has been a lot of fun, and I've started tango as well.
Tango sounds really interesting.
Very sexy.
Oh, and for those that don't know, salsa isn't something you put on a sandwich, is it? Or on a taco?
No, it's not. No.
So, on top of all this, you managed to fit in swimming.
I do.
Swimming for you is in the
every
pool?
day. Every day.
In the pool?
No. I did laps for about 20 years to help with the back injury, and it did help with the back injury. But about 8 months ago, I was introduced to the Bold and the Beautiful at Manly, and I think I've just about swum every day for the last 8 months.
So each day you go in for a bit of vitamin C, SEA?
Yes, a little bit.
How does that make you feel?
I feel a little bit tired for the rest of the day, but I feel good. And I get through the day a lot easier, but it does take a bit out of me to do that 1.5K swim, because I've never felt that I've been a fast swimmer or a particularly strong swimmer, but I do enjoy it very much, and the social aspect is wonderful. Mm-hmm. So many lovely people.
I think the social aspect in any sport or any activity is key. Is that right?
I think so. And the coffee after the swim.
The coffee after the swim, especially in winter.
Especially in winter, of course.
Tell me about Toastmasters.
Well, I started Toastmasters about 10 years ago. I can't remember who introduced me to Toastmasters, but I was petrified. I was scared to go into that first meeting, but I went alone. Someone came up to me immediately and said, "Oh, you new here?" and introduced himself. I think he was a committee member. And he introduced me to another member who sat down beside me, or sat me down and sat down beside me, and explained how the meeting went for the next 2 hours. And they were delightful people. I think everybody starts off afraid of Toastmasters, afraid to go. They've really got to work up the courage even to visit a club. But there's a club in just about every other suburb, and I think we've got 16 or 17,000 members in Australia.
I love Toastmasters too. You said something a moment ago, going alone. I like to encourage people to go alone to certain activities because I think it opens the door for you to meet new people, because you don't have that person to hide behind if you take a friend.
Yes, I agree with you. It's nice to have things like Toastmasters where it's a very supportive atmosphere as well, where if you do go alone, and you can visit any club any night without any prompting at all, and they'll make you feel welcome.
What sort of things do you learn other than getting up and preparing a speech? What have you learnt from Toastmasters?
Well, I'm an engineer, and I always used to think it's not how you say it. It's not how you say it. It's what you say. And now I've learnt that you've got to soften up a little bit, and it is actually how you say it and not what you say that's very, very important. And that Toastmasters has helped me a lot with that, to learn how to get what I want from a conversation. If I'm going to say something, it's to get a response that I would like, rather than one I would not like.
The other beautiful thing for me about Toastmasters is learning to chair a meeting, to keep things on time, all the various roles that you can carry off into business.
Yes, you learn parliamentary procedure. You get the opportunity as a member to chair meetings and general meetings as well, so you have business sessions, and you learn how to keep the meetings in order and to run them on time. And if you have investments in units and you want to get on the body corporate, you know how to run a meeting.
Yeah. Martin, I want you to tell me one thing, or what would you say to our listeners today? What are the benefits, or what should they do if they're looking for things to do?
Well, I find that you've got to be careful you're not just too busy. I mean, you have family, you might have work, and then you might have dancing and you have Toastmasters, but you've got to have time to reflect. You've got to have a night off. It's nice to go to salsa on Tuesday night and Toastmasters on Wednesday and Ciroc on Thursday, maybe dinner out on Friday, but the important not to get too busy or to be too busy. And your friends and your family are very, very important. And so what I'd just be careful not to be too busy.
Great to talk to you today. I think they're all wonderful things that you're doing, and obviously you're looking fit and healthy. And I think those baby boomers, we all need to get out there, and we just need to do it.
I think so too, and cut back on the television. That's what I'd advise.
Just do it. That's Martin Griffith telling us about his lifestyle. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.